Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Jennifer's Tale, My Life as a Crossdresser. I of course am Jennifer, saying for those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoy this episode. I hope you are a subscriber to my podcast, if not, or subscribe to my videos. If not, please do me a favor, right where you see my name, there should be a little subscribe button. Please click on that and subscribe to my videos. If you are a cross-dresser or a trans person or a significant other of either of those categories, I think you will enjoy what you see in this episode and previous episodes. If you are a cross-dresser, this podcast is specifically for you. I'm a long-time cross-dresser. I know I have felt alone over the years and that I was the only girl out there who felt like I did. I want you to know you are not alone. There are plenty of other girls just like us out there. And this podcast is all about inclusion, to include you, to make you feel loved and wanted. It's my thoughts, my hopes, my dreams, tips, tricks, experiences, all sorts of stuff, all bundled together into episodes for you to watch. And I hope you enjoy what you see. If you are listening to this as a podcast episode, whether it's on iTunes or Spotify or iHeartRadio or wherever you download your favorite audio podcast, please do me a favor, check out this episode. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to my podcast. All the rules for you listening out there, all the rules I just said apply to you listening as well. You know, if you're a cross-dresser and want to have a friend, you have a friend in me, as the song goes in Toy Story. I am there for you. I want you to know you are not alone. And let's get into this episode. Now, this episode, I am showing you what I wore today because I had a Jennifer Day. Another Jennifer Day. Let's call it that for episode title. These happen from time to time, and it's been a few weeks, or at least a couple weeks, since I was able to go out as Jennifer, just due to holidays and work schedules and things like that. I haven't really had a chance to go out much since the beginning of the new year. Well, today, kids are off in school finally. Wife is at work. I had the day off, so I decided to have a Jennifer Day. So this is what I wore. For those of you listening, I'm wearing just black leggings and a tunic top. It's kind of a low-cut tunic top because if I can't wear a short skirt or a dress to show off my legs, I'm going to show off my cleavage, one or the other. Sometimes both, quite a few times both, but at least I want to show off one or the other. So anyway, this is what I wore today. This is kind of my sexy soccer mom look. But we just got over a big cold snap up here in Minnesota, so the temperature's up in the 20s compared to what it was yesterday, below zero, 20 on the negative side. But I just decided to be more casual and dress a little warmer. When I went out, on top of this, I just wore a black jacket because I was in my car for the most part. And I wasn't going to spend a lot of time out today. I didn't have a lot of errands to run outside of going to Walmart. I needed to pick up a few things there, so that's what I did. And so I got all ready, got dressed, got my makeup done. I think my makeup looks really good today. Eyeshadow might be just a little too on the heavy side. But that's what it was. I actually had a comment I posted a picture and a girl said my lipstick and my lips were on point today. So that really got me, gave me that happy feeling that we're all looking for. So I got ready. I got all dressed, got wig on, jewelry, all ready to go. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do? And like I said, I didn't have a lot to do today. It's cold outside. I almost didn't go out today. But I decided, I have to run to Walmart to grab some stuff, so I might as well at least go there. So I went to Walmart in the next town over from me, and just a little shopping. I just kind of wandered around the store, picked up what I needed, went through women's wear to see if there's anything I couldn't live without. Lots of stuff on clearance right now, but nothing that really jumped out to me. So I picked up my essential items that I needed and left there. And was it being cold outside? Sometimes you just don't feel the urge to go out and do things. Like I said, I didn't have a lot to do today. I was thinking about going to Barnes & Noble, decided not to. So I just decided to come home. But on the way home, I thought maybe I'll get myself a coffee, grab myself a coffee to drink once I get home while I'm doing some podcasting and videos and things like that. So I went to the nearby coffee shop where I always go as a guy. I usually go there about every other day. And there is a barista there named Julie, who, shout to Julie, hi Julie, who is, she's somebody who is a little bit eccentric, but in a wonderful, wonderful way. She's very nice and polite and kind and caring and friendly and bubbly, and can't say a bad thing about Julie. Well, I've been in Caribou before, or the coffee shop. It's Caribou Coffee up here in Minnesota. And I've dealt with Julie as Jennifer before, and she's never really said anything to me other than being her nice, bubbly, friendly, helpful self. But today I decided that instead of going in, I really didn't want to get out of my warm, toasty car, and so I just decided to go through the drive-through. So I went through the drive-through, and it was not Julie at the microphone, but it was another girl. Asked if I had rewards, and I said no. She asked my name. I said Jen. She asked what I wanted. I said a caramel high-rise, medium, extra caramel, please. And so when I got up to the window, I was surprised to see Julie there. And Julie opened up the window and was kind of talking to somebody behind her. She turned to me saying caramel high rise, and she held out the little gadget that you put your card in to pay. Because I didn't prepay, so I had my card ready, and I went to go put it in the machine, and she held out her hand like she was going to take it from me. Well, so I thought, okay. So I handed her the card, and instead of inserting the card in, she took the card, flipped it over, and tapped it on the top of the screen because she saw it was a tap card. Well, when she flipped it over, my mail name is on the back of the card. And I think when she tapped it, she glanced down and saw who it was, and she knows my first name. I don't know how well she knows my last name, but I think she recognized in between the vehicle and my name, she recognized who I was. Because suddenly she looked at me and she smiled, and she asked if I wanted to leave a tip, and I said yes, $1, which normally I don't tip, but anyway, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So I tipped her $1, and she turned back to put the device down, and she kind of looked back at me with a smile, and she was waiting for my drink to come up. And as I was sitting there, just kind of doing nothing, I kept looking over, and she kept looking at me and smiling, and then finally my drink came up, and she grabbed my drink and she handed it to me, and she goes, "Your hair looks great." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And she said bye. I said bye, and I drove off. And I think finally, after all this time, she kind of put two and two together, unexpectedly due to my debit card. So at least on that front, though, it made me very, very happy. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I've been going to this Caribou as Jen off and on just because it's nearby, and I feel comfortable now going out places. On the downside, Julie also knows my wife, so there's a possibility that maybe if my wife stops by to get a coffee at some point, Julie will say, "Oh, your husband came in the other day and he was dressed as a woman." Or, "Oh, I saw your husband's other self," or whatever. Hopefully Julie keeps it to herself. Who knows? I'm half tempted to go back as my male self and see if Julie says something to me, but you never know. But as it is, I'm comfortable with Julie knowing who I am. Maybe subconsciously, that's part of the reason why I was going there as Jen, in hopes that she would put two and two together, and that's another person that I know and see on a regular basis, who I was sure was going to be accepting of me as Jen. It's weird, but anyway, this is something for people to talk about, for me to talk about as well. You know, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it was a mistake on my part to go as Jen to somewhere where they know me as my male self, or where they know my wife? Maybe, do you think it was a bad idea for me to possibly out myself to them, and in return they out me and what I'm doing to my wife? I'd love to hear your feedback. Please leave comments. please do me a favor and send me an email at Jennifer's Tale Podcast, all one word, at gmail.com. And until next time, this is Jennifer saying hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.